Well, as we come on the air tonight, we continue to cover a moment in American history we have not seen since 1981, an assassination attempt on a presidential candidate or a sitting president. Thank you for joining us on this special edition of CBS 19 News at 10. I'm Jesus Martinez. During a speech in Pennsylvania, former President Trump's right ear was grazed by a bullet just 5 minutes into his speech. This comes at a time where the political atmosphere in America is polarized. We are 4 months away from the presidential elections and just 48 hours from Trump being named the Republican nominee in Milwaukee. According to CBS News, we know tonight that law enforcement officials are investigating the shooting as an attempted assassination against something America has not seen since 1981. This is what we know tonight. The shooter is dead, killed by the Secret Service. At least one bystander also killed. According to the Secret Service, multiple shots were fired roughly 200 to 300 feet away using an AR-style rifle. They also say the shooter used an elevated platform outside of the safe zone. Again, former President Trump is safe and he has been discharged from the hospital, and he has been releasing multiple statements tonight saying he will be okay. Tonight, the FBI is leading this investigation. Now, tonight, you'll be hearing from local, state, and national officials who will explain what we know about what happened and what this means for America as we gear up for an important election in November. We're also bringing local experts in just a few minutes, and you'll hear from Smith County Sheriff Larry Smith, a former ATF agent, and he'll bring a perspective and explain what today's events mean for the future. In this deeply divided time in our nation's history, both people on the aisle are united condemning this violence. Here's part of what President Joe Biden had to say as he addressed the nation a few hours ago.
There's no place in America for this kind of violence. It's sick. It's sick. It's one of the reasons why we have to unite this country. We cannot allow for this to be happening. We cannot be like this. We cannot condone this.
Now, all evening, we've been hearing from local political leaders reacting to this developing story, both Republicans and Democrats. In a time of political division tonight, both parties, like we mentioned, in unity condemning today's actions, calling them unacceptable and un-American. Smith County Republican Chair David Stein says he's simply angry.
We are in the middle of a fight for what a lot of us feel is the direction of this country. And we're behind President Trump. We support him. He is our nominee. And what this man has been through in the last 8 years is just something that would cripple anyone else. And somehow he continues to fight this fight.
Stein also calling on the Republican Party to unite ahead of the Republican convention on Monday, adding that the party needs to focus on winning the White House in November. Meanwhile, Smith County Democrats also weighing in on this developing story. Hector Garza from the Smith County Democratic Party saying he's disappointed tonight.
Speaking on my behalf and, of course, on the behalf of Smith County Democratic, all Democrats and Democrats in general, not just Smith County, I can tell you that we do not condone, and absolutely in no way do we think this is acceptable behavior. Violence is not an answer to any of our problems, much less in the political realm. People's beliefs in politics should remain exactly that, strictly a belief. There's no winners at all when it comes to gun violence.
Hector Garza adding that he extends his prayers and well wishes to Trump this evening. And tonight, the entire country is reacting to the news. We have a lot of reaction coming into our newsroom and want to get straight to CBS 19's Ayana Aird. Ayana, you've been sifting through social media all evening long. What are you seeing?
Jesus, both sides of the aisle are united in this act of violence is unnecessary, and they are thankful that Trump is all right. Dozens of our local and state politicians are responding to this act of violence. We'll start with Governor Greg Abbott. He posted on social media platform X almost immediately after the shooting. Governor Abbott saying, quote, "They tried to jail him. They tried to kill him. It will not work. He is indomitable." We're also hearing from Congressman Nathaniel Moran. He told us, quote, "Praying for President Trump, his family, and our country after this horrific act. May God be with President Trump and our nation." Senator Brian Hughes also speaking out. He says, quote, "Today at a rally in Pennsylvania, there was a failed assassination attempt on President Trump. Please pray for President Trump and all those who may have been injured." We are hearing from local Democrats Nancy Nichols. She goes on to, quote, say, "While we are grateful that another life was spared, this draws immediate attention to the critical need for common sense gun laws. Americans, whether they are a past president or a child from school, should not be fearful. fearful that anyone in their surroundings may be carrying a deadly weapon. No American should be fearful that people with mental instabilities or people with histories of violent crimes are poised to firearms to injure or kill others. This has got to change.